Stepping into a solitary life, especially after years accustomed to a bustling family home or a hectic work schedule, many elderly individuals face an unexpectedly vast emptiness. The pervasive silence, particularly when night falls, can be a soothing balm for the soul, but it can also stir up deep-seated emotions, those nameless feelings of loneliness. Some seek solace in sounds to fill that void. I have a friend who keeps the radio on all day, listening to familiar melodies while doing housework, feeling as if someone is there to chat and keep her company. Or like that old gentleman who always wears headphones, immersed in stories from podcasts, easing his solitude. Music, audiobooks, or favorite TV shows, all can become companions that help the elderly dispel the silence, bringing a sense of warmth and closeness. But there are also those who cherish that silence, seeing it as a precious gift after years of busyness and worries. In the quietude, they can let their thoughts wander, reflect on the journey they've taken, and listen to their inner voice. Silence brings them peace and tranquility, helping them recharge for the days ahead. You know, one of the most surprising things about living alone in old age is realizing that, ultimately, you can only rely on yourself. It may sound a bit pessimistic, but it's true. You have to take care of yourself, protect yourself, especially when your health is declining and you're not as agile as you used to be. I once read a story about an elderly man living alone who unfortunately fell in the bathroom. Because he was alone, no one knew what had happened, and it was hours before someone found him, by which time he was very weak. There was another case, also an elderly person living alone who fell at home unnoticed and was only found days later, but sadly had passed away. It's heartbreaking to think about. Therefore, when living alone, you have to be more aware of protecting yourself. Be careful when walking, especially in the bathroom and toilet, where it's easy to slip. If possible, install assistive devices such as grab bars in the bathroom, emergency alarms to prevent accidents. Not only that, you also have to be your own doctor. Those with chronic diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, must remember the dosage and timing of their medications and never be complacent. You need to be healthy to live a happy and fulfilling life, right? Cooking, an essential part of life, can sometimes become a challenge for elderly people living alone. After years of preparing meals for the whole family, many feel discouraged when cooking for just themselves. Convenient solutions like processed foods or food delivery services, while quick, do not ensure nutrition and a balanced diet. However, with a shift in perspective, cooking can become a positive activity, bringing many benefits to the elderly. Preparing meals with your own hands is not only a way to ensure good health, but also a way to care for and love yourself. Starting with simple, easy-to-make dishes, we can gradually find joy in cooking. Exploring new recipes and experimenting with different flavors is also a way to enrich life. My elderly friend, Elizabeth, who lives alone, has always had a special passion for cooking. For her, each meal is not merely about filling the stomach, but also an art, a journey of savoring life. It all begins with leisurely morning strolls through the supermarket. Elizabeth meticulously selects the freshest vegetables and healthiest foods. She believes that eating healthy is a way to express gratitude to her body and the life she has. Back in her cozy kitchen, Elizabeth begins to transform the fresh ingredients into appealing dishes. The rhythmic chopping of knives, the gentle simmering of sauces, the melodious music from the old radio, all blend together, creating a peaceful and relaxing life symphony. For Elizabeth, cooking is not just a way to pass the time, but also an opportunity to express her creativity and love for food. Each dish she creates contains dedication, meticulousness, and a touch of the artist in her soul. And when enjoying the dishes she prepares herself, Elizabeth always feels a simple yet complete happiness. It is the joy of self-care, gratitude for the good things that life has to offer. Living alone, time seems to change in a very unique way. Without the hustle and bustle of work, without the cheerful chatter of children and grandchildren, time passes in a slow, steady rhythm, sometimes making one lose track of days and months. Many elderly people share that they often fall into a state of time disorientation. There are days that stretch on endlessly, and there are times when time flies by like a fleeting breeze. An old man shared that after his wife passed away, he lived quietly alone, and there were days when he woke up and couldn't even remember what day or date it was. This change occurs because when living alone, we no longer have external time cues such as our partner's work schedule, our children's school schedule, or family gatherings. But don't worry, because we can absolutely create our own rhythm of life. Some people find comfort in establishing a loose schedule, such as going to the supermarket on Mondays, cleaning the house on Wednesdays, having coffee with friends on weekends. Others enjoy participating in personal activities and hobbies. For example, Mrs. Maria attends painting classes every week, Mr. John spends his afternoons tending his small garden, and Emily always looks forward to Sunday evenings when she can indulge in cooking delicious meals. Living alone allows us the freedom to organize our time in our own way, to savor each precious moment as we desire. It's a privilege, a gift that life bestows upon us. My elderly friend, Charles, who lives alone in the suburbs, has always impressed me with how he embraces his retirement years to the fullest and with such meaning. Retired for over 10 years, this busy man has never felt bored or lonely, as he always knows how to fill his time with activities he loves. Every morning, he wakes up at 6 o'clock, brews a hot cup of Earl Grey tea, and then heads out to his garden to tend to his vibrant rose bushes. He meticulously prunes the branches, waters them, fertilizes them, and chats with the flowers as if they were close friends. In the afternoons, he often visits the chess club near his house, meeting up with friends who share his passion. The intense chess matches and lively conversations help him dispel the silence of his empty house. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Charles attends a dance class for seniors. He is passionate about the waltz and tango, enjoying the fluidity of movement and the feeling of youthfulness it brings to his soul. On weekends, this active man often drives to visit his children and grandchildren, or organizes small picnics with friends. The beauty of nature, the fresh air, and the joyful laughter make him feel that life is truly lovely and meaningful. Evenings before going to bed are his time for himself. He reads books, listens to classical music, or writes in his diary. He records his thoughts, his emotions, and the beautiful memories of the day. With a well-organized schedule that combines both relaxing and active pursuits, self-care and socializing, Charles has created a colorful and joyful retirement life. He is a testament to the fact that old age does not equate to boredom, but rather a new phase to enjoy life in one's own way. One of the most noticeable changes when entering old age, especially when living alone, is the decline in social invitations. It's not that friends and family suddenly become indifferent or apathetic, but simply that everyone's life undergoes its own transformations. Children grow up, start families, have busy careers, friends also have their own concerns, some may even have moved to another place. All of these things make gatherings and get-togethers less frequent. Feelings of disappointment and sadness are inevitable. Some people share that they used to look forward to the phone ringing every day, hoping for invitations for coffee or meetings with friends. But then, the silence of the phone makes them feel lonely and lost in the flow of life. However, instead of dwelling in passive anticipation, the elderly can take the initiative to create their own joy. I don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call old friends, invite them for coffee, lunch, or simply to chat and share stories. Organizing a small book club, where everyone can share good books, thoughts, and feelings about life, is also a great idea. Or try turning your living room into a mini cinema, inviting friends over to enjoy favorite movies and sip hot tea. For a more creative approach, you can join dance classes, painting classes, yoga, or volunteer activities that suit your health and interests. This is not only a way to meet new friends, but also helps you stay active, optimistic, and love life. When you are the one taking initiative, you can create activities and gatherings that truly match your interests and desires. This is the way for you to fully enjoy a solitary life in the most meaningful way. Eleanor's cozy apartment is nestled in the heart of the bustling city, a peaceful oasis amidst the chaos of life. A widow for 15 years, Eleanor lives alone, but she is not lonely. She has close friends, beloved books, and above all, she has love for herself. Every evening, As the city lights up, it's also when Eleanor begins her familiar self-love ritual. The small living room is neatly arranged and cozy. The soft yellow light spreads throughout the room, creating a relaxing and tranquil atmosphere. Eleanor gently places the romantic novel on the coffee table, smiling faintly at the happy ending for the young couple. Then she slowly lights scented candles, the gentle lavender fragrance spreading, dispelling all tiredness and stress. A cool face mask is carefully applied by Eleanor to her face, which bears the marks of time. She closes her eyes, letting her mind wander with the melodious tunes of her favorite classical music. In the quiet space, she feels every cell in her body relax, her soul cleansed. That moment is truly precious, a time Eleanor reserves for herself, to listen to her body, to love and cherish herself. No need for luxurious gifts, no need for flowery compliments, just simple things like that. Eleanor has found happiness and peace in her solitary life. Eleanor is a testament to the fact that, no matter what age, whether living alone or with family by your side, self-love is always the most important thing. Because only when we know how to love up ourselves can we spread love to those around us and fully enjoy life. Cleaning the house, a seemingly simple task, takes on a whole new meaning when you live alone in your old age. There are no more debates about which items to keep or discard, which can make the process smoother. However, it is also when you realize that every item in the house is a part of your memory, a piece of your life. The old armchair in the corner of the living room was where you and your spouse used to chat every evening. The tea set on the shelf was a wedding anniversary gift. Each book on the shelf is associated with unforgettable memories and emotions. Parting with those objects feels like letting go of a piece of the past, a part of yourself. As my elderly friend Mary shared, I used to hold on to so many things because they held so many memories. But then I wondered, should I leave all this for my children and grandchildren to deal with when I'm gone? Indeed, decluttering and reorganizing your belongings when living alone is an emotional journey. Each item evokes memories, joyful and sorrowful, of loved ones, of milestones in life. The sadness of parting with these keepsakes is inevitable. But at the same time, it's also an opportunity to reflect on your life, to cherish what has passed, and to move forward with a lighter, more peaceful heart. Simplifying your life isn't just about getting rid of unnecessary things. It's also a way to free your mind and create space for new experiences. When excess belongings are cleared away, your home becomes tidier and more spacious. You'll have more room for activities you enjoy, for new hobbies. And more importantly, you'll experience a sense of freedom and serenity within your soul. In living alone in old age is like a piece of music with a variety of emotional nuances. There are quiet notes, moments of profound silence, but also cheerful and vibrant melodies. It's a journey of self-discovery, of learning to adapt to changes, and of enjoying life in your own way. Despite the challenges and trials, living alone also offers precious opportunities for the elderly, the freedom to be in charge of their own lives, to pursue their passions, and to cherish every moment. To remember, old age is not the end, but a new and exciting chapter in the book of life. Whether you live alone or have loved ones by your side, the most important thing is to keep your spirit young, to love life, and to cherish every precious moment that life has to offer.